Hi, my name is Polly. Thanks for being here. Tonight I'm going to guide you through some Sun A variations with lunges and a Sun Salutation B. So once you feel comfortable in your Sun A's and you've done a few days and a few rounds, which I know you have in this challenge, then you can start mixing in some other poses. So it's for practice today, you can use a blanket and two blocks. So for the lunges, our knees will be down on the mat. So if you have sensitive knees, I recommend taking a blanket or a towel and making it kind of thin and placing it across the middle of your mat. Blocks are at the front, and we'll get started at the front of your mat. Hands by your sides, settle the feet, take a deep breath in. Fill the front, back, and side bodies with breath. Draw the shoulders slightly up and towards the back body. On an inhale, lift the hands high. And exhale, fold with bent knees. Option to bring the blocks in, to bring the earth to your hands. Inhale, press into the blocks or the mat for a halfway lift. And here's where we start to make a variation. On an exhale, step the left foot back, so you're in a low lunge. Lower to your left knee, so the knee can be on the padding, and then shift the blocks underneath the shoulders. Sweep the hands high for a pose called Anjaneyasana. Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, hands back to the blocks. Set them back to the front of your mat. Lift the left knee, step the right foot back. Inhale here, lower to your knees, then chest and chin. Point the toes, float the armpits, draw the shoulders back, and lift for your baby cobra. Or maybe you choose a deeper cobra variation today. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Tuck the toes, press to all fours, and then downward facing dog. Next is low lunge. Again, same foot that we stepped back with. So left foot steps forward. And if it doesn't make it all the way to the hands, you can give yourself a little assistance. Lower to the right knee. One more time. Anjaneyasana. Sweep the hands high. And then exhale, grab those blocks. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the right knee. And then get ready to shift the weight forward and step up to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, in breath. And then exhale to refold. Press your feet into the mat. Root to rise. Look up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. That's one Sun A salutation with lunges. Let's do it again. So we stepped on the first round, we stepped back with the left foot and then forward with the left foot. We're going to switch it out this time and start with the right. Matching breath to movement. Take a full breath in and full breath out through the nose. Inhale, sweep the hands up. And exhale to fold, forward fold. Use the blocks if you'd like. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back this time and lower right knee to your blanket or mat. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift the right knee and step back. Lower knees, chest and chin. Setting up for your cobra pose. Exhale, forehead to mat. Tuck the toes and press back, downward facing dog. Next in breath, step the right foot forward. And again, you can help yourself get there. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, hands reach high. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift the left knee, shift forward, and step up. Halfway lift when you arrive, and then exhale to fold forward. Inhale, hands to the sky, look up, and exhale, lower hands by your sides, hands to heart center. Nicely done. All right, moving on. Let's take the blanket away, and we'll move to our sun bees. Fix your outfit, most important. The sun bees starts in chair pose. So sit down as if you're about to sit back in a chair, fingertips to the mat, and then reach the hands high. Weights back in your heels, chest is lifted. Chair pose is also known as fierce pose. What you're doing this month, 500 sun salutations all in 1 month, it's pretty fierce. Stand tall, and then exhale to fold. This should look familiar. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog, either by stepping back, jumping back, or walking your feet back. And we're in high plank. Either lower all the way to the mat or come to knees first, chest and chin. Point your toes, cobra pose once again. Always option to skip any of these poses. Tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. All right, new pose coming your way. On your next inhale, step your right foot to the hands. We're going to lower the back heel. So if I were to draw a line from the front heel down to the back, it would go straight. So the feet are about hip width distance apart, and the left foot is turned out about a 45-degree angle. This is called Warrior One. Hands to your hips, and then hands reach high. Now, bring your hands back to your hips, and I'll show you one other pose. So you either choose Warrior One or variation of Warrior One, which is crescent pose. And I prefer this one for my hips. Here's my doggy. Sweep the hands high for high crescent lunge. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Rue's gonna hang out. And then step back, downward facing dog. Nicely done. We'll do that on the left side next. Inhale and step your foot forward. Lower the back foot 45 degrees. Come on up, hands to hips. And then hands reach high for Warrior One. Or come onto the ball of the back foot. Reach the hands high for high crescent lunge. Hands to the mat. Step back. Look forward. And then lower knees, chest, and chin. Untuck the toes. Cobra pose, back bend. Exhale to release. And then press back. Downward facing dog. You get a break here. 3 breaths. So the sun bees are a little more, what should I say, energy producing. There's a lot more energy output. It might take an extra time. So maybe you're doing 1, 2, or 3 sun bees in your September practice during the September challenge. Let's go. Next in breath, look forward, bend the knees, and lunge, step, or jump to the front of the mat. Find your halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Chair pose to complete the sequence. Stand tall, and release hands by your sides, hands to heart. Let's do one more sun B. That was one sun salutation there. Let's do one more of those, and we'll coordinate the breath with movement. And you'll choose if you're going to do a warrior one or a crescent, high crescent. Start in mountain pose, bend the knees, chair pose, fierce pose. Stand tall. Inhale and exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step, float, scurry back to high plank, and then lower to knees, chest, and chin. In breath is cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, and exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot to the hands. Lower the back here for warrior one, or stay on the ball of the left foot for crescent. That's what I'm going to choose. Now, if you feel a little shaky in crescent or warrior one, take the front foot out to the right a little bit more. Feel a little bit more stable in the pose. So your feet want to be on railroad tracks rather than a tightrope. Where were we? Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Check out your foundation. It's as wide or wider than your hips. And then inhale, hands high. Exhale, hands to the mat. One more time, step back, high plank. Look forward as you lower. Inhales, cobra pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a break. Catch your breath. And you'll notice in most of these sun salutations, when I lower to the mat, I lower to my knees first. And that's helping me sustain the practice for the month and not have too many wrist issues from that harsh angle of lowering from high plank. All right, deep breath in through the nose, deep breath out. Inhale and look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, step the front of the mat. Inhale as you arrive. Exhale to fold. Almost there. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to stand tall. Hands to heart center. Namaste.